Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's recipe is lamb with basmati rice or any red meat with rice called kabsa. It's very delicious and nutritious, easy to make dish in one pot. Your family will love this dish. The lamb is falling out the bone and is so good. We get a big pot like that. I put some olive oil, or you can mix olive oil with vegetable oil. And I have big red onions, chopped onion. I brown the onions a little bit until they become transparent. It's very important this step. Then I add the whole spices. Is cardamom, some cloves, a stick of cinnamon, bay leaves. This is the whole spices. Mix until you know they get their flavor on that oil. They release it. Then at this point I start adding the meat. That's the lamb leg is cut like that. You can take pieces from the lamb leg or shoulder. For the spices I add enough salt, quantity of salt enough for the lamb and the rice. I have coriander here, a teaspoon of cumin. Depend of the quantity of meat that you have. Paprika. Also, if you have a little bit of smoked paprika, you can add some. A little bit of cloves powder. You don't add too much. And turmeric. Another teaspoon, and black pepper. All the quantity of the spices depend on the quantity of the meat that you have. And I have here the red curry. I add some. If you don't have it, it's not very important to have it in the recipe. But if you have it, you add a very nice flavor to the meat. Mix everything until the lamb get coated with all the spices. Follow all the steps is very important. Don't add the liquid to the meat, any kind of meat, before that you do this step. Like that you keep all the flavors. It'll be so delicious. You see the color change here. Now I add the whole big tomatoes chopped. I took the skin off, and a tablespoon of tomato paste. Mix everything together and leave the tomatoes until it start melting. Like that we can have a very nice flavorful gravy. I cover it for a few minutes. See here, for a few minutes I still didn't add no kind of liquid. I look to this nice flavorful gravy that we have in there. Now the lamb is coated with all the spices. All the flavors are saved on the lamb inside. Here I have a small cup of hot water. I add to it the saffron, and I add it to the lamb. At this point I add the hot water to the pot for the lamb to cook. Don't add cold water. Add a boiled water. Then mix everything and leave this lamb to cook. Cover it and leave it to cook in between medium low heat until it's all done and very tender and be falling out the bone. Very important. You have to cook your lamb really good until the lamb is falling out the bone. Now the lamb is well done. I take it from the gravy. Take all the pieces. Look how the bone is falling. The lamb is falling out the bone. Now this gravy, I will strain it. Like that's the whole spices and everything. We'll take this out, the gravy. We will keep only the liquid that have all the flavors. That's the one that we will use to cook the rice. When I was cooking the lamb, I had 2 cups of basmati rice. I wash it really good. Then leave it in the water for you leave it for 2-3 hours, or only the time when you're cooking the lamb. soaked in the water. Like that, it become each grain is by itself. In the same pot, I return the meat. I'm adding here the 2 cups of pre-soaked basmati rice that I soaked earlier. It was washed good and soaked. I add it on the top of the meat. I have 2 cups of rice here. The peppers, I add them for flavor. That's optional if you like your dish a little bit spicy. For these 2 cups of rice, I'm adding, that's gravy that we used to cook the lamb. 3 cups of liquid, including the gravy. And I added another quart of a cup. It's like 3 cups and 3 cups and half of liquid I added, not a quart. 3 cups and half of liquid I added. The gravy, and I finish with hot water. Now I will cover this the basmati rice and the lamb. I let them cook in low heat. First of all, I will wait until it start boiling. Then I turn the heat low and leave it cook until it absorb all the liquid. And right now, this rice is well done. You see, each grain is separated, like it's not sticky rice. It's well done, delicious and nutritious. Follow all the steps step by step, and you will have a very delicious kind of dish, meat with rice. Your family will love this dish. Only follow the steps. It's a dinner in one pot. You see, all the rice is very separated, the grains. Another trick, like when you finish cooking, you turn the stove off. Then you put a kitchen towel on top of the pot, and you cover like that. It take all the steam, and the rice become more fluffy. That's like, don't serve it immediately. Always add like a kitchen towel and close the pot again and leave it for a few minutes until it absorbs all the steam, and your rice be really fluffy and not sticky with each other. That was the recipe for today. See, now I'm pouring this lamb and rice called kabsa in a big serving plate. The lamb is really, really well done, falling out the bone. The rice is very fluffy and delicious and nutritious. Try this recipe and let me know in the comments how did you like it, and share it with your family and friends if you like the recipe. And I'm sure you will love this recipe. That's how we serve it. And next day, this rice and lamb become way more better for the next day. When it stays overnight, it's also so delicious. And thank you for watching, and see you next time in a new video and new recipe, and enjoy.